Alright guys, so I'm doing the next war recap for the Beagle's Rage war we just had. It finished a while ago. But let's scroll to see the damage we did. And they had 15 Town Hall 10s and we only have around 7 I think. So it was a mismatch. But they didn't even really try. You see, we 3-starred all the bases under 16 I think it was. So 15 actually. So we 3-starred most of their bases. It was a nice war. They didn't. Our bases held up pretty nicely. They didn't do too well. So this first attack is going to be a Town Hall 9 versus a Town Hall 10 attack. This is our top Town Hall 9 attacking their lowest Town Hall 10. And yeah, the base is really rushed, but for a Town Hall 9 to attack a Town Hall 10 with Infernos, it's still a challenge even against a rushed base. So he starts by pulling the clan castle, and previous attack showed all those traps down there. So he gets three giant bombs, 1 Tesla popped, and 2 skeleton traps. Gets another giant bomb up top by the queen, so he already has 4 out of the 5 giant bombs taken down. I'm pretty sure Town Hall 10s have 5 giant bombs. And he drops the golem, and his king is queen. He has a pretty beefy queen, level 28. And since the enemy queen was outside, he's able to bring 4 heal spells for his hogs. So he's going to drop the hogs on that cannon so that the way they path, they're going to path directly towards that inferno, that multi-inferno, which is going to be the biggest threat of this raid. See, that multi-inferno is down, and he's going to start dropping heals for his hogs to keep them up. And he's going to keep the group on the left, the bigger group, alive. We really shouldn't worry about those hogs on the right. Oh, actually, it's a smaller group, but he still is going to heal it up. And that single inferno really isn't doing too much damage against his hogs because he brought so many. And now it's only time for cleanup. I'm going to speed this up really quickly. And nice 3-star. Nice one, Rare. This next attack is going to be a Town Hall 10 attack, a Go Wipe attack, 5 golems. I think he brought one in the clan castle. I'm pretty sure he brought one in the clan castle. But he's going to start off by creating a path to the Town Hall using 2 jump spells. He's going to start sending his golems in. And he's going to send his golems in, and his attack is going to start on the side of the queen so he can take out the queen right away. He drops the Pekkas on the side to get percentage points, which is a really nice idea, especially since he has such high level heroes, like I've said in other videos. But rage spell there to help accelerate all of his troops into the center, and drops a lightning spell for those clan castle troops and a rage over the town hall. His troops are in the core now, taking out the town hall. And those Pekkas on the outside are really helping to get the percentage point he needs. And he still has his king and his queen's ability. So he uses their abilities right there. And he's already at 57, 59%, 60%. He's just going to try and get as much percent as he can. But all of his troops already died. All he has left is that Pekka and a couple wizards, and they just died. This next deck is going to be a Go Vape attack. Another one by Miracle. I really love watching these attacks because Valkyries are such a strong unit, and yet people underestimate their power and don't really use them in war. But if you know how to use them, you will be able to 3-star. It's all really based on base selection and if you know how to use them. So here he starts dropping his golems with that. They're gonna go in with that jump spell. He's gonna start dropping his Valkyries, and it actually looks like they're gonna go around, but they jump into the middle, take out that wizard tower, and instead of doing the smart thing and taking that jump spell like all the other troops, they're going to break that wall, which is great. Nice AI. They break that wall, they get in the middle, and he drops a free spell on that clan castle. And those 2 infernos, which is perfect return for that free spell. And once the freeze ends, he's gonna drop it again to keep his troops alive. And they just destroyed the core. And now they're gonna break out of the core. And it really helps that he has level 40 heroes. And yeah, so he starts dropping wizards on the outside to help clean up the outside while the defenses are distracted on that golem. And he still has 3 golems up. One of them is about to bust, but he still has 2 others, which are doing some great tanking. I mean, he even still has a Valkyrie up. And this is where you start thinking, oh, I'd really do have a chance at a 3-star. So all that's really left is that can hit the troops is 2 archer towers, and he has a lot of troops, a lot of tank left. He still has his queen's ability. His king died, but he still has his queen. And you see all the troops are cleaning up the outside. The queen is going to go to the outside. The archer towers start shooting those golems. So you can use the queen's ability right there to help her get out of that section and break that wall. She's gonna start shooting that elixir storage, and she's gonna take out that archer tower. And one giant bomb takes out his Valkyrie. And then I don't know why his wizards were taking down that wall, but they get destroyed by a giant bomb. But it's too late. Nice 3-star. Alright, this next attack is gonna be a Go Vape attack done by me. Or not Go Vape, Go Vajo, or some shit like that. I don't know what you guys would call this. But I start with 2 golems on those 2 cannons and some wizards to clear up all those outside buildings. And you really want to wait and hold on to your Valkyries until all the outside buildings are taken down. I mean, your golems can take the hits. So I drop the witches, and then once those buildings go down, I'm gonna start dropping my king, and then the clan castle's going out on those golems. So I drop my Valkyries with the rage and a heal over them to keep them alive and help them take out all those troops. And it's really chaotic right here. You really can't tell what's going on. I was actually scared that my Valkyries got shot down by those wizards, but they're just taking their time trying to catch up to those witches, skeletons. But they overpower the clan castle troops and get into the center, and they start to wreck the core. And I see that most of the defenses are focused on the core of the base, so I start dropping my hogs around the outside. And I really should have dropped my hogs a bit faster, but my phone was glitching out and it was being weird. So yeah, my hogs are doing really well at taking out those defenses. I still have a couple Valkyries up alive, and a witch, 2 witches. I think one of them is about to die in a bit though. And all that's left after those defenses go down are a Tesla and a cannon. And you see that the Valkyries are actually tanking for my hogs right there. And Valkyries are really good at tanking on their own. They have a pretty good amount of health. I think they have more than the giant has. So now it's all just time for cleanup, and I had plenty enough time. I was not really worried, and it was a 3-star. This next deck is going to be a Golalun attack done by Lee, and he's going to start off by dropping a golem on the bottom left. He decides to bring one of his own golems instead of bringing a max golem, which is something I would recommend you doing. He actually decides to bring a max lava hound in the clan castle. So he dropped his king as queen after the wizards cleared up all those outside buildings, but he didn't bring any wall breakers, so his troops are going to get stuck on that wall, and that's gonna make his golem take a lot of damage. So yeah, you should probably bring some wall breakers, at least 2 or 3, have an extra one just in case. And then they finally break through the wall, and the clan castle starts coming out. But the king actually gets in front of all of the golem, and he gets destroyed by those clan castle troops. And the queen is going to start sniping the wizards. the lightning spell wasn't able to take out the wizards, and his queen is gonna start taking out the enemy queen, and that's all he's gonna be able to get for that trade, for that golem and his king, his queen. So he's gonna start off the lava hound portion of his attack, and he does more of a spam kind of attack with his lava hound portion of the attack, which works out perfectly fine for him. And his golems aren't taking too much damage. He's actually getting through those defenses too fast. So when you go all in attack, you want to make sure that the lava hounds bust. So you have to make sure they take enough damage. You see, none of them is busted yet. The first one is bust, and I think he's only gonna get one more to bust. We'll see. And this is why I say don't bring a maxed lava hound in your clan castle, because if you want your lava hounds to bust, and if you have a max one, there's no guarantee that it's gonna pop. So it's more worthwhile to bring a golem in the clan castle. That's just my opinion. As you see, he still has 2 lava hounds up, I think that is, and not as many pups as he would want on cleanup, but it works out. The lava hound pups are spread out enough to where they're able to clean up everything. He has a big group of balloons and the lava hounds, follow with a little bit of pups, and he gets to the base really nicely. Good attack, man. This next attack is gonna be a Pentalaloon attack. It's gonna be done by JP. It's one of our Town Hall 10 minis, and it's one of our lower level Town Hall 9s, but he's still able to take out this max Town Hall 9 defense wise. I mean, his heroes are still pretty low. So he starts off by he dropped a couple giants on that cannon and his heroes to get in and take out that queen, because in any attack really you're gonna want to take out the queen, because she is the biggest pain in the ass in any attack. She's basically like another defense. So he drops the lightning on the wizards to help try and take out the wizards, but they get a shot off on his queen and take his queen out. But he's just gonna start off his lava hound portion of the attack. 2 lava hounds on that air defense, a couple loons on each defense, 2 more lava hounds on that air defense, a couple loons on each defense, 1 max lava hound on that bottom air defense with a couple loons to follow behind. He starts dropping his rage spells to help accelerate his troops and get them through that core. And the lava hounds are doing a lot of great tanking for his loons. And he drops 1 loon on that archer tower while it's distracted. And now it's just a couple of defenses left and 1 air defense, but he should be able to get through those defenses pretty quickly. I think his last lava hound should bust pretty quickly. It's pretty low on health. That air mine takes it out. All of his lava hounds bust, so he has the most pups he can get. Some of them died by splash towers and defenses, but he still has enough for cleanup. All that's left is that cannon as a defense, and that really can't do anything to help because it can't shoot air troops. So it's all over now. Just clean up. I'm gonna speed it up to help with because I know you guys don't want to watch all the cleanup on slow motion. Nice attack. Alright, this last attack is going to be a hog attack on a Town Hall 8, and he's going to start off by dropping 1 giant and a couple hogs to back that giant up, just to take out that archer tower and get the clan castle kill. He actually gets a skeleton trap with it and a giant bomb. I think I remember. Yeah, and a giant bomb and a spring trap. That's a really nice trade for what he used. And he's going to start pulling the clan castle to the right of the base. And he's going to start just moving it around with Barge, trying to get that witch out. That's the main focus in the clan castle kill. So he's gonna swarm the troops with some barbs. He's gonna drop a couple minions on the clan castle witches just to take them out. And now all the clan castle troops are about to go down. So he does lose some of those lizards, but it doesn't really matter because the clan castle does go down, and he still has 2 for cleanup. He's going to do a 2-finger drop on those defenses, and he's going to drop his clan castle full of max hogs. And his hogs are going to split up really nicely. He's going to have 2 big groups. He's going to keep them healed. He's going to pre-heal over all the giant bomb spots he thinks are going to be The skeleton traps can be so annoying when they follow your hogs. Yeah, see the king's trying to follow the hogs and take him out, but he's just too slow. This is why the king really isn't a threat. It's always the queen that's a threat. But since you're town hall 8, you can't have a king, which really makes your base vulnerable. So they turned around, killed the king really quickly, and now it's just time for cleanup. And it was a really nice attack. So this is the last attack. Make sure to like, subscribe to keep up with all my latest videos.